We are here in the CI kitchen with guest chef Charlotte Kim, who is going to teach us how to make a very popular Korean dish. Charlotte.
Hello.
What is going on here? We got all these square pans, some eggs. Looks like, is that carrots over there?
Yeah, so today we're making Gimbap, which is a Korean rice roll filled with meat and vegetables.
Now, I got a secret to share. This is actually one of my all-time favorite foods. So I've been very excited about this when I saw that you were coming in today to make this dish. How do we get started?
Okay, so first I'm just gonna start by cooking our hot dogs. These are just beef hot dogs. And we'll just throw it on the pan here.
This is a really cool pan, I gotta say.
Yeah, these are one of those like Japanese tamago pans. So it's like,
is that the one that they use to like cook eggs and omelets and stuff?
Yeah, like the rolled egg and whatnot. My favorite part is that nothing sticks to it.
And it's the perfect size for a hot dog.
It is. I also cracked some eggs in here. I'm just going to add some salt to these.
Now, where does this recipe come from? I know this is a traditional Korean dish. Is this something that you had at home growing up?
Yeah, this is definitely something my mom used to make a lot when we were growing up. It was something easy and like fun to make all together. It's definitely like Korean comfort food.
Yes. Yes, for sure. And it's kind of like sushi in a lot of ways, except without the raw fish, because it's the roll. It's the idea of like you roll the different ingredients with the rice and the seaweed. But in this case, we're using cooked sausages. Yep,
I would definitely compare it to like Korean sushi, but instead you have different. This time we're using hot dogs. I've seen people also use like bulgogi and other beef or spam.
Because that's kind of the fun part, right? You can almost put anything that you want inside of Gimbap.
Yeah, there's like a traditional way to make it, but you can pretty much fill it with whatever. Today, I have carrots that I made. We're also going to add an egg, spinach, and yellow radish to it.
So with the egg now, you're just going to kind of put it, it's a very flat pan. I'm assuming you're just going to kind of make like an egg sheet here?
Yeah, so we just spread it out real thin, and you just cook it basically as a sheet, and then you cut them into strips after it's done cooking.
Awesome, awesome. What is your favorite part about Gimbap? Any memories associated with it?
When you see Gimbap, they're traditionally cut up into those little like rolls like you see with sushi, but the way my mom used to make it, she would just cut it in half and hand it to us, and we'd be eating it while we were running around.
It like a little burrito?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is fantastic.
And if you want to, you can stir up the rice, and I'm just adding a little bit of sesame oil to it. You can stir that up.
Now, what does the sesame oil do? Is that for flavor, or does that help the rice?
It's for both. I would say mostly for flavor, but also the oil helps it not stick to your hands when you're rolling it up. So that's a big plus to that as well.
Awesome. So am I mixing this good here? How's that looking?
Yeah. And the key to rice is more like folding it in so you don't smush the rice.
So you don't want to squish the rice. So
nope.
I was doing it wrong. That's awesome. Now, this is a favorite. I know folks eat this as a snack. They eat it as a meal. Kids love it. Adults love it. When I was in South Korea, it was like we would get it almost every single day, and you'd just find it just about everywhere that you went. And sometimes in nice restaurants where it was fairly expensive, and a lot of times just, you know, from a street vendor where we'd get full rolls of the Gimbap for very cheap.
Yeah, it's definitely very affordable.
That's awesome. So those eggs there, that's looking pretty good, almost like a pancake.
Almost.
So what do you do now? How do you get it out of the pan?
We're gonna attempt to flip it.
Stand by. This could make for some great television.
This could, or it could fall.
Whoa! Here we go. Wait for it, folks. The big flip coming up here before we go to break. Will she be able to do it and keep it in one piece? Wow. Bravo. This is looking great. All right. Later, we're going to come back to give Charlotte's Gimbap a try. We're going to put it all together, and we're going to taste it, which I cannot wait for. In the meantime, if you want the recipe, just head over to ciLiving.tv after today's show.